What's up, guys? Monetary recap, back at it again with another video, and today I wanted to show you guys a very simple tutorial on how to use TradingView and what we do at this channel to try to empower our fellow traders to get better educated. And this charting is really not as difficult as it may seem. Now, what you'll probably start out with, I think the line. God forbid you start out with this when you're looking at TradingView. The first thing you want to do to improve your trading experiences is start learning how to read candles. Either you can use candles. I use this one. I'm not going to butcher the name, but I much prefer to look at it. It gives me a much more accurate range of where the stock has moved in that price point. So these things are really vital, and cryptocurrency, stocks, whatever, even options. On your first tab, you're gonna have everything to really paint trend lines, to try to get angles on how much your cryptocurrency is moving or your stock. I'm so used to talking about cryptocurrency, I apologize. You can make regression trends, you can make Fibonacci levels, you can do a lot of stuff on these things. Here you have your Fibonacci, all these indicators, all these drawings, these patterns. I mean, you could really get into this stuff if you want. Personally, I don't necessarily find it that helpful. Here are the head and shoulder patterns. These get into more of the patterns, and these are, I sometimes think that they're golden. These are very hard to see. The cup and handle, I think it's called, is the one that's most obvious. It happens a lot when we have a negative red day. But head and shoulders, Elliott wave patterns, all that stuff, very nice stuff. Here you can measure your long positions, your short positions. You can make data ranges. You can price out like, okay, Tesla moved this, and this from these certain days. You can find fixed range, volume, projections. You can even ghost the bar pattern. So this is actually a pretty cool thing. If you want to say, okay, I wanted to see what August to November look like if we see that pattern repeat, right? So you get here and now you have it copied. Now if you put it here and just say, okay, if it were to follow this trend, right? You could say, oh, well, Tesla's gonna retest all-time highs, right? But you can see that this is not this run is a lot more volatile than this long drawn out one. This happened over a lot more time. This one, dropped to up here in short amount of time, which you could look at this two ways. This could be very bullish and be like, oh wow, Tesla moved very quickly compared to what it did last year. So is there more anticipation for it to do better? I mean, is it overvalued? Is there more potential in future? You can ride momentum. Momentum means that you believe in it long term. And you're not scared of short-term price movements, whether it be up, whether it be down. You just are worried about hodling as many shares as you can possibly get. But enough about Tesla. I was just saying that you can use this to ghost out patterns, which can be very helpful when you're trying to see if a stock is moving like it usually did. Historical data is very key, especially when looking at stocks. They are much more key compared to cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies has forever changing variables that I think you can't really portray on a chart. You have no idea what's happening most of the time behind the curtains, so it's very hard to see the driving forces behind that. Stocks is very transparent, and there's news and there's other certain things. It's not many things you have to take care of, so you can more chart accurately, I personally think. Here you can measure statistics and like how much it moved percentage wise and over. So you can see Tesla moved from the 24th of February to the 5th of April, moved 66% over 40 days. So these things are pertinent, and this is some of the information that we use to give you guys. And it's very hard to read this sometimes, but you don't have to get all into it. It's very just how much the stock moved and how long, and what did it do a year ago. That's what you're just looking at. You're comparing and contrasting. That's how I see it. I have no professional training. This is just very simple self-taught, and you can use this to make money. You can read these RSIs. You go to the daily. The thing you need to learn is that the time ranges will tell you different things. A stock may be overbought on the hourly because it's moved like 5% on the day, but on the daily, it may be down still on the RSI. Say the RSI is at 20, but the hourly is at 60, right? You may be turned off from buying it, but if you play momentum, you're like, okay, well, I'm holding this for a year. then it's still going to continue to rise. It may fall a little bit in the short term, like Tesla here, but if you were a long time bull, I mean, you're expecting it to go up past 1200. You may see a stock split and see it rise even more. I mean, it all depends on what you're buying a stock for, you know. So if you're day trading, of course you don't want to take short-term losses. No one ever wants to lose money, but sometimes you have to get your hands dirty to get gold, you know. And so these charting things just trying to help you see past the hysteria. You can see when, just say Tesla were to drop 50% today because of some article, whether it be real or not, no one knows, right? But on just the indicator, you can see, oh my God, Tesla's at a discount, you know, fundamentally, and I don't know exactly the word, but let's just say mathematically on the charts, it's undervalued. No matter the hysteria, it still needs to be fairly priced eventually, right? It's a pricing inefficiency, and that's how you make money in this market, is when you see something others don't. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to see through the fray. And as long as you can see through the fray, you can make money in this market. You don't need anyone to hold your hand. You don't need us to hold your hand. You don't need any courses. You don't need anything to hold your hand. As long as you can read a chart, you're good. You're solid, okay? You're ahead of most of the market, okay? People pay money managers. Money managers look at charts. I hope they look at charts. We never know, okay? Malvern Capital, I don't think, looked at charts. They didn't even look at the fundamentals. They got greedy and then got liquidated, okay? Let's not do that here. We're not going to do that here. We're going to trade smart, responsibly, and equitably, okay? So my underlying message to anyone who's watching this video is, please learn how to use a chart, because a chart and simple indicators like RSI, you can find them up here. You can go through them. Use investopedia.com. Look up all these definitions. Find your favorite one, okay? I like to personally use RSI, the stock RSI, and the relative strength index, and maybe use MACD. That's all you need, okay? This has been Monetary Recap, guys. I hope you like it. Make sure you check out our Discord, like, comment, and subscribe, and then have a good day.